What's up, guys? Brew and Levi here with another installment of Not Another Car Vlog.
This week, I come out from behind the camera to introduce myself and to give Stan, my 2017 Transit Connect, a rally-inspired RS look.
We're going to bolt on some Rally Armor Universal Mudflaps, then we're going to go see my buddy Ben from Tabula Rasa Detailing about how to properly debadge your car. And finally, we're going to tell you about the car that inspired these mods, the venerable Ford Focus RS.
All right.
You ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Roll that intro.
We'll jump right in with the fitment and installation of Rally Armor's Universal Mudflap Kit. First, I traced my rear fender's profile and located suitable fastening points. I marked them on my template and transferred the design to a cardboard mock-up of the Universal Mudflap. Despite my planning and best efforts, I fucked one up, but it's okay, there were going to be extras anyways. I recycled them into some pitch-in washers. Here's some slow-mo footage. I transferred the correct mounting holes from my template to the plastic mudflap and drilled oversized holes that will help me fine-tune fitment later. Happy with my progress, I went shoplifting at AutoZone. After cleaning out the hardware aisle, I supplemented my crafty homemade washers with expansion clips and stainless steel screws. Brian removes the factory expansion clips from the rear fender well, making sure not to damage the OEM connectors. Remove the center of one of the pilfered expansion clips and place it in the lower existing hole. Use the factory clip to attach the top of the mud flap to the fender. Use a stainless steel screw and an oversized washer to attach the bottom outer portion of the mud flap. Use the hole that you previously drilled in the mud flap to mark the fender liner. Use a drill to break through the nylon fender liner. Attach the mud flap to the inner fender liner with a nylon nut and bolt with oversized washers on both sides. Leave everything finger tight for now. Once the car is on the ground, establish your final fitment. Slap on a Hoonigan tag and prepare to send it.
I like how I wind up installing mudflaps on your car.
Yeah, oh, look, somebody had to shoot it, and to be honest, I did all the prep work.
Hey, I can't fault you there. Yeah, all right. So what's next?
All right, so I'm going to debadge this thing. I've been rolling with an XLT badge.
Yeah.
Feel like I got my F250.
Little four-wheel drive going?
Oh, nice, right. So I'm going to give our fellow car guys something to make them smile, hopefully, when they're stuck behind me in traffic.
All right. Well, rather than tuning to the interwebs or a screwdriver, we're going to talk to my buddy Ben to find out how a professional debadges a car.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Ben, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Good to see you.
So, Tabula Rasa, tell me a little bit about it.
So we've been around for about 3 years now. I started just personally detailing my own cars, so I got into the business, and then about 2.5 years ago, I left the restaurant business, and now this is my full-time gig.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome.
Yep.
So, on a scale 1 to 10, what do you think as far as removing this badge here? It's going to be something that's difficult?
No, it's fairly simple. It always, as everything with detailing, it just depends on the conditions of the car, how clean or dirty the car is, if any polishing work needs to be done, but on a white car or a newer car, it's pretty straightforward.
Excellent. Well, let's check this thing out, see how it's going to do.
All right, cool.
Get going.
All right, let's do it.
Where at?
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to heat this up just a little bit. You want to keep, while you're using the heat, I always use it on the low setting. I don't think you need to use it high.
All right.
Run it back and forth across the badge, and that's going to loosen up all your adhesive behind the badge. So there's no risk of pulling any paint off, which is unlikely, but it just makes all the adhesive on the back of this come off easier.
Okay.
So we'll do that first. So you want to run it fairly evenly across. It might peel the badge, but you're taking it off anyway. So.
Yeah, we're not going to use this anyway.
With a badge that's like one continuous piece, you may be able to do the whole thing. Yeah, with these, we'll probably have to reheat up these other letters. And while this is still warm, since more than likely you'll have to do some polishing work anyway, I just try to roll this off with my hand a little bit.
Okay. Just kind of get the excess off there, just to,
right.
Since it's already going.
Right.
Gotcha.
The eraser wheel really is meant to take off like this residual stuff if you need to use it. And this will just keep it nice and protected until you put the other badge on. Yep. So that's it. Pretty straightforward. We didn't have to do too much digging at it with the eraser wheel or anything like that.
Yeah, I was saying, you didn't
So
use it at all.
yeah, so it came off pretty nice, and that's the way you want to do it. Don't overdo it. Don't just go at it with a screwdriver or something like that. It'll come off fairly easily with a little bit of heat.
Little goes a long way.
Right, sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So now that we've installed some Rally Armor mud flaps and we got rid of that XLT badge, now what are we doing?
We're gonna finish the RS conversion.
Oh snap. You mean we're gonna pull that motor out of that Joker? We're gonna freaking go to the co-parts, get us a chassis? We're gonna, wait, hold on. Are we doing four-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive? What are we doing?
What? I'm gonna put this RS badge I got off the eBay on the back. We're calling it a day.
Oh my God. I'm not even gonna try to explain why none of that makes this thing an RS.
I told you I wanted to do something to make people, fellow car guys, laugh when they're stuck in traffic. So some mud flaps, a Mountune license plate frame, and a pretty sweet RS badge. And I think we've accomplished it because it's all about having fun, Brew. Taking this stuff too seriously. It's
Yeah, I don't know anybody who takes anything too seriously. Yeah, right. The Ford Focus RS is a reboot of the 1980s and 90s iconic Sierra and Cosworth RS rally cars. This new RS is a testament to Ford Performance's ongoing efforts to keep up with the ever-evolving tuner culture and bring excitement to the faces of its owners. This 2.3-liter turbocharged EcoBoost engine pumps out an astonishing 350 horsepower and 350 foot-pounds of torque on 93 octane. New for 2018, the Ford Performance team developed a mechanical limited slip differential for the front axle to enable the driver to fully exploit the engine's power. 0 to 60 is obtained in just 4.6 seconds, and the quarter-mile traps at 13.4 seconds at 105 miles an hour. One of the car's unique features is the ability to change the differential's power distribution from a 50-50 front and rear balance in normal mode to a 30% front and 70% rear transfer in what Ford calls drift mode, allowing you to sling the RS around a track Hoonigan style. What this platform shares similarities, both interior and exterior, with the Focus ST, the RS turns the dial up to 10 with 19-inch rims, brake and aero upgrades, as well as a tunable exhaust equipped with factory cutouts to give it crazy pops and burbles when you're ready to get rowdy. Ford says, the Ford Focus RS is a high-performance road car the likes of which they have never offered in the United States. From the tires up, Ford engineers composed a masterpiece of moving pieces, each working in precise synchrony with all of the others. The result is more than the sum of its parts. Focus RS is a machine intended to produce pure exhilaration behind the wheel. With the model's future uncertain, just don't take my word for it. Get out and drive one. Ouch. Goose, Baba.